Welcome back to episode 6 of our playthrough of Genesis Alpha 1. Where we left off, we've just arrived at a sector where there's this trader. He's got a workshop, or an upgraded workshop, and a new type of beaming station, and he wants, in total for the two of those schematics, 50 resources. I'm actually tempted to give him all of my resources to get some of those things. We have 36 in storage now, which would be enough to at least get the workshop. However, we've arrived and we've been scanning a new sector of the galaxy as well, so I'd like to see what's here first, because maybe there's a ton of resources that we can look at getting before that, and maybe we'll get a lot more that we can trade before leaving. I don't really want to leave this area and miss out on those schematics and have to come back, so if we can get them before we leave, that would be my preference. Okay, there's a ton of resources where we are right now. Well, not a ton, but there's a few. But there's also 2 sites detected, so there's 2 schematics alone here that I think are worth getting. So let's get that happening. And maybe we don't have anyone allocated to come down to the planet's surface with me. Yeah, I think we'll bring someone with us. Speed up this process. Alright, let's go and check out what these sites are.
Harvester destination set.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, access granted. 1, 0. Launch sequence activated.
There are a couple of other things I'd like to test out in this episode as well, and that includes whether or not we can build the new decontamination module and how that actually works. I think that sounds like a key module for defending our ship against invasion. It all depends on how many resources we have left to utilize after we buy those schematics. I can see one of the ships over there. Let's go check that out. Oh, that's cool. Is it? It's similar to the others, but the back is actually open. I heard a bunch of aliens beam down.
20%.
Turrets must have taken care of them.
40%.
What is that? That looks like
60%.
one of the original Cylon ships from the original Battlestar Galactica. That is cool.
80%. Life form detected. All phases complete.
These are humanoid aliens. Oh, I've got to deal with them first. Definitely want some DNA from these guys, if we can get some. Now, what did that give us? A suit upgrade. Increases shell-consuming weapons damage by 5%. I assume the weapon we're using now, well, it consumes energy, but I assume that is shell. Guess we'll find out. Oh yes, we might maybe need to make some of those clones to clear out some of that biomass, or an extra biotank to hold more biomass. Now, weren't there 2 sites here? Yes, so there is another site here, another crashed ship. Where would that be? That's the one we went to. Am I blind? That's one. I'm not seeing the other side, unless it's hidden.
Accessing archives.
Oh, it is hidden. It's not a crashed ship. It's just a fallen... It looks like more like a crashed satellite or a fallen object.
40%.
And what is that? Oh, that must be the trader's ship.
60%.
Oh, that is cool. That's the trader's ship, for sure.
80%.
I want the trader's ship. Looks badass.
All phases complete.
Oh, this looks like a new weapon. A machine gun.
Weapon added.
A good choice for bigger but slower enemies. So it must fire slow but do more damage.
Life form detected.
It's not giving us the warning that our biomass is full. Maybe it only gives that warning once. Harvester is definitely full though, so it's time to get out of here. Did I hear aliens? No. Alright, let's get out of here.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
So we should be able to gain access to that new weapon immediately.
0.
I'm kind of tempted just to send extra crew members down to the planets without me next time. Although, I'm not sure they're armed well enough to deal with those enemies. What was I going to do?
Welcome to the shipbuilding interface. Here you build an...
That's right, I don't want to hear that again. So we need another biotank. It's actually not going to take that much of our resources to build another biotank, so I think I'm going to do that rather than waste. Yeah, let's just build on an extra biotank. Alright, that will give us a little breathing room on our biomass storage. Storage-wise, I'm not actually sure how much storage we have spare. Let's check it out and find out. Oh, we have plenty of storage left. We have a little bit of biomass storage left. We're actually approaching running out of energy. We're going to need a new reactor before we build on. Do we have what we need to build a decontaminant? No, we don't. We need... Yeah, before we can even build a decontamination module, or whatever that is, it looks like it may be a replacement for the standard corridor. Either way, we would need a reactor before we can even consider it. So we need copper to build a reactor. I think we're going to have to bite the bullet and build a reactor next. Well, there's no copper in this area. Okay, so we'll just put that out of our mind for now. Let's see if we can get one of those new weapons. X-ray caster. What's that? We need we need to research it, and we need weapon samples to do it as well as sulfur. But we can try the new machine gun at least. Might swap the acid gun, which didn't really do it for me, for a machine gun. Alright, cool. We still need more defenses. We need more energy barriers. And we definitely need more robots. Oh, I'm definitely going to build a robot. This will speed up, even though it's going to use some of the resources I want to trade with, it's going to speed up the rate at which we can get resources off our ship and get our ship back out, gathering more resources. I think this is more important than anything right now.
Processing.
I ideally would like enough 5 robots, because you bring in 5 different crates every time. 5 robots would be ideal. That way the ship would be unloaded almost immediately. So I'm pretty sure that robot's already been built. We don't have what we need to build another one. I think we just better continue our process of... I definitely should not have put 2 greenhouses next to each other. I'm kind of tempted to demolish one greenhouse, since it gets very confusing and there's nothing in this greenhouse yet. I think I'm going to demolish it. It's not useful to us right now. There's no plants in it. And that way I can build something off the tractor beam that's not another greenhouse. So that should have reset our previous crew member. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the crew member we had allocated is no longer allocated to anything. And we don't have any crew members allocated to the main greenhouse. Well, that's strange. I don't remember pulling anyone away from this greenhouse, but we better change that.
Job assigned.
Otherwise, I guess these plants could die. We don't want that. Alright, so we need to continue to get some more resources at this point.
Harvester
Let's go here and find out what the site is.
7, 6, 5.
And test our new... Oh, we get 300 ammo with the new machine gun.
1, 0. Launch sequence activated.
And we did get a blueprint for shell-based weapons, and I'm assuming a machine gun will work with that blueprint. So I don't know if that had to be crafted or if that was an auto upgrade. I'll have to work out how we can check that. Can we still see the trader in the sky? No. This is a very cool looking atmospheric planet. Can't see anything though. I thought this would be a slower firing weapon, so if this does more damage, I think this is going to be a good weapon. Oh, there was only one resource here, so there's a site somewhere in this mist. I guess we have to find it.
Accessing archives.
Oh yeah, this definitely takes down those aliens faster than the pulse rifle. Yes, we like this gun. Now, where is this site? Is that it? There is a site here, isn't there? Yeah, we just haven't found it yet. Very hard to see. Gee, you'd think I would have run into it by accident by now, just by random luck. There it is. It's just a fallen crate.
20%.
Damn, this game is cool.
40%.
I really like it. The more I play it, the more I love it. The more I'm not playing it, I'm usually thinking about what I'll be doing when I am playing it. That's the mark of a good game, when
80%.
you're thinking about it when you're not playing it and can't wait to play it again.
All phases complete.
Oh, another weapon. Iron thrower.
Weapon added.
Sounds interesting. Sounds like a grenade launcher. Energy type of grenade launcher. Now I did hear the turret going before, so there might be some biomass over here. Hard to see though.
Life form detected.
New weapon research unlocked.
Excellent. Definitely worth checking when you've heard the turret going off. That means we should be able to craft the X-ray caster now, which I believe is going to be a good weapon. Alright. Time to get out of here. Sorry to keep you waiting there, Jacobs.
10, 9, launch sequence activated. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
Something to tell us.
1, 0.
So the damage from that weapon was really good, and I'm wondering if the schematic we obtained earlier for providing higher damage on shell weapons is actually automatically in effect. Although, that's the shell weapon, and it says we haven't used any, so I'm thinking it is not in effect. And that's the ammunition that we're currently
New
using
materials
now.
have been refined.
And we haven't crafted any, so we're going to run out. We'll have to work out how to craft that. But before we do that, we need to go to the workshop and have a look at what we just got. Can we craft that yet? No, we need sulfur. But we can have the iron thrower. Let's see what that is.
Access granted.
Is that a shotgun? Is that the iron thrower? And why can't we take anything from the rack? Something's gone strange. Let me just have a look here. We did add it.
New materials have been refined.
Access granted.
But we can't grab it. I'm wondering if we don't have the ammunition for it, and that's why. Let's have a look. So we need iridium. Oh yeah, we don't have the grenades, I guess, for the iron thrower. We need niter, which is what one of the resources the trader had is. So now we know what niter is for. It's for crafting grenades. I think we'll craft a couple of
Processing.
energy walls. So yeah, there's not a lot we can do here until we get some more resources, but we can put some energy walls out to further fortify the ship's defenses.
Access granted.
New materials have been refined.
And I think one of those, we want to try and trap aliens in the areas that they can most likely appear. This would be, we definitely don't want this room destroyed, so I'm thinking a wall right here. Okay, so that stops any aliens getting through there. We already have a wall down here somewhere. There. But not here. So I want another one here. I think that blocks them off. Alright, that has sealed this room off nicely. What about entry into the greenhouse? Do we have that blocked off? We do. Okay. And what about entry to the bridge? Yeah, I think we should.
New materials have
Actually,
been refined.
We've got turrets in the bridge, but no way, no means to block an enemy off from coming in from... Oh yes, no, this has been blocked off. Okay, so let's just block the bridge off from this side as well. We're starting to get some pretty good defenses happening. wish we had more crew. I'd be sending the crew down to the planets, but since we don't, let's go ourselves.
Harvester destination site.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Launch sequence activated.
I guess I have to really decide how important the schematics from that trader really are, because resources are hard to come by. I'm wasting them on a couple of schematics that I won't be able to build once I buy them. Could be a monumental mistake. I don't really know how many resources there are all up in the entire game. There's 300 planets in the total area, and they're procedurally generated, so it's not like the game has given a certain amount of resources out and knows that you're going to be perfectly okay with the number of resources and types of resources it has procedurally generated. It's all random. There may not be enough resources, for all we know. We really want to concentrate on expanding our ship and getting our defenses shored up, because ultimately, going into critical zones, we're going to need to be able to fight. If we can't fight and defend ourselves, we're going to lose the game. There's no sights here, are there? No, just 3 sulfur ores. What I really like about this game, apart from the fact that it feels a little like playing Doom and Unreal Tournament mixed with a lot of strategy and a bit of No Man's Sky, is just the general feeling you have knowing what you're trying to accomplish but being unaware as to whether you're doing the right thing, and being unaware as to whether you'll have enough resources to do what you're intending to do. Like, I'm yet to encounter a major battle on the ship yet, so I don't even know if I know everything I need to know to be able to deal with that when it eventually happens. And just by the aliens that are appearing here, we can already see that the game is slowly ramping up. Alright, we're good to go. I completely missed that. This ability heals the clone and also other clones within a certain range.
4, 3,
so I guess we
2,
can
1,
create clones with healing abilities, and that sounds useful. Now we deconstructed our cloning lab when we needed the resources before. If you look on the right side, you can see what areas of the ship require crew, and if we spot anywhere the workshop can use a crew. I don't know what the crew would do there. Construct weapons and defenses, but we're always struggling with resources to do that, so I'm pretty sure any crew member assigned to the workshop would pretty much be doing nothing most of the time. We have no one on the tractor beam, which is crazy because we need someone on the tractor beam more than we need someone on the bridge. I didn't realize that. So I better get someone working on the tractor beam immediately. That's not the way. I thought there was a crew member in here already.
Java signed.
So this must not have been
New materials have been refined.
beaming anything in. No wonder it's been taking ages.
Resources.
Yes, I think we need more crew, so I don't have to keep trying to monitor who's allocated to where. Okay, so let's look at this. We built quarters, and we already have quarters, so we have enough quarters for the crew. We did deconstruct our other greenhouse, but I'm not 100% certain we need a second greenhouse to support more crew. We may. And I'm pretty sure we might need a reactor before we do that. But we need 4 iron to construct it, and we need 5 energy. So we have room to create a clone lab if we can get some iron. You know, I'm thinking we can probably go to the bridge and trade for that iron for now.
New materials have been refined.
And get it happening straight away. He can have some... Lithium seems pretty common.
Resources collected.
So now we should be able to build our clone lab. It might be good next to the tractor beam. That'll stop me getting confused over the 2 greenhouse effects. Don't think I can put it there. Actually, it looks like we can't branch off from there, so...
This module grants access to the service tunnels of the ship. Make sure that you always have enough access points in mind when designing the ship. This will help to detect and to defend infestations.
We have a crew member under attack. Looks like the turrets took care of that. Okay. So where we're at is we've constructed our clone lab. Let's see if we can have what we need to make a couple of extra crew members.
Survival guide update. To increase or specialize the crew, you must clone new members using the clone laboratories. The better the lab, the more advanced your clones can become. If you find valuable alien DNA, you can enhance the crew further. Collect biomass and alien DNA from dead creatures with your collector. Build a biomass materials have been refined and store biomass for your cloning activities. Feel free to experiment with DNA and alien abilities to maximize crew efficiency. Resource
Oh, we have red everywhere. Must be below the floor. Oh, look at that. So that shows that these energy barriers are extremely valuable, and you really want them everywhere that joins anywhere. Well, that was really good to see. Let's just color this.
New materials have been resources collected. In our cloning laboratories, new clones can be created and added to the crew. Thanks to superior genetics advanced technologies, we are also able to combine human DNA with DNA we collect in outer space. This feature gives us the amazing option to create perfectly specialized beings for the Genesis program.
Alright, let's see what we can do. Right, so we have to research certain abilities before they can be included into a clone. Right now, we can clone. So, biomass 5.
Resource acquired.
So we can clone 2 types of things. A human, advanced clone lab needed to research. So we probably need a better cloning lab than the one we just made, but we can clone this fella. Unfortunately, it doesn't say what he breathes, does it? Oh, we can choose male or female. Alright, let's choose... Let's go with the female. And let's find out what happens.
Processing.
So I'm guessing she'll appear here, and we should be able to speed this process along. Now I'm hoping she can breathe our atmosphere. Or is that just research?
Resources collected.
Yes.
Cloning initiated.
Okay. Hopefully our tractor beam guy is going to stay alive. Oh, that's cool. I want to speed the process along, but I don't want to miss the process either. Oh, let's do it. We don't have all day.
New clone arrived.
Hopefully she can breathe our atmosphere. I wasn't able to tell whether or not there was any problem with that. Kala, welcome to our ship. No immunities, no special abilities. I like her name, Kala. Let's keep that. So we now have an extra crew member. Hopefully we don't have a problem with atmosphere. I wonder if we can check and see if there's any obvious glaring problems. There don't appear to be. Okay. However, Kala is probably just... Kala is probably just going to walk her way off to the lounge, but we need someone allocated to the bridge. I think. Yes. So we'll allocate Kala to scanning the area.
Job assigned.
Now, I imagine that auto quick assign should have Kala on the way back. Yes. So Kala will be walking through this door right now. There she is. Damn, this is an awesome game. So Kala will continue scanning the area to try and find us some resources. Meanwhile, I think we have one resource on a planet. Is that robot doing nothing? What are you doing? So meanwhile, I think we have one planet with a little bit of remaining resource on it. Yeah, just that. And we do have a crew member in here, don't we? Yeah. Okay, so we now just need to go to the planet, get that resource. In fact, I might even send this crew member to the planet without me. Oh, on second thoughts, having just cloned a new crew member, I don't want to risk losing one of the crew members I already have. And since a few aliens were beaming onto that planet while we were there before, it could happen. So let's go down, grab this last resource. Then we can speed up the tractor beam resourcing, at which point we'll be in a better position to decide whether or not it's worth trading the trader for the schematics we want or not. Some aliens will probably appear. We might grab some biomass before we go. There we go.
Life form detected.
Alright, let's just get out of here.
10, 9, launch 8.
Now, since we're unable to craft
Access granted. 5, 4,
ammo for
3,
this weapon at this point,
2,
I think I'm going to go back to using the
0.
pulse rifle. We have plenty of resources for crafting pulse rifle ammo. Okay, so there's just that single resource. We now have every area manned that we need. We still need more manpower, or more crew members, but and we need our reactor, which we don't have any iron or any copper, but we can perhaps trade for that. I'm thinking I might need to come back to the trader at a later date. Right now, our resources may be a little too important. He doesn't have copper to trade for, and I'm not sure if there was any copper in this area. No, we would have to leave this area to get copper anyway, so we won't be building a reactor as long as we stay here. And if we stay here and try to get his schematic now, I don't think we're really going to be able to use either of these schematics for a while. So maybe we might just have to pass up on them and come back. However, the niter produces the ammo for the machine gun, which seems to be cutting down hard aliens pretty well, so I think I might trade some of the resources that we have for the pulse rifle for the resources we need for the machine gun.
New materials have been refined.
Wait on. 12 for 12. Maybe that's a bit too much.
Resources collected.
Oh, because he wants 2 resources for every niter, so obviously that's hard to find. That's fine, we'll take some of it. That's good. And now we should be able to go to the workshop and craft ourselves some more bullets. Oh no, it was iridium. It was grenades, that's right.
Processing.
Grenades for the launcher that we got, that we were unable to pick up because we had no ammo. So that might have just been a waste of resources, but it's interesting to learn nonetheless.
Access granted.
So there's only one there, which means it must have automatically gone into the weapon.
Access granted.
Except we can't pick up any of these weapons. I don't know why I cannot pick up that weapon. Nor can I pick up that ammo. Just freaking it out. That's strange. Well, it's not in the rack apparently.
Access granted.
I don't know what's happening with that, but it's certainly not there. You're meant to be able to customize the rack with the weapons you want. So maybe you have to remove something from the weapon rack first. So let's remove
Resources collected.
that and add that. Maybe that's all I...
Access granted.
No. We can grab the acid thrower, that's fine, but we can't grab the grenade launcher, even though we have grenades. What if we remove everything from the rack? remove absolutely everything and just add one weapon.
Access granted.
Ah, there it is. It just, I think, got its knickers in a knot over what was and what wasn't in there. Actually, let's preserve, because we don't have any ammo for this weapon, even though it's good. I think I'll put that back and I'll swap it for this, just so that we can test it out later, which is something we'll do in the next episode. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in episode 7.